Hey YouTube, it's Anthony here in my office again. It's been a long time since I made a video, and I just wanted to make a little update at a video that I didn't want to make really. I was hoping for a better outcome, but what happened is my lawsuit is dead in the water. Um, I don't want to get into too many details about it, but I had a lawyer who got suspended. My lawyer was suspended, and I had to find a new lawyer. And when I found a new lawyer, they told me that the case was filed improperly and all this stuff was done wrong. Charged me $2,000 to tell me this information, so I'm not too happy about that. And told me that my only really recourse is to pursue a malpractice lawsuit and sue my former attorney, um, which would cost me money up front. It would cost me, I think it would cost me in the tens of thousands. So I don't have the money to do that. So unfortunately, I think I'm just going to be left empty handed. So, the way this lawsuit has gone over the last 4 years, over 4 years, is in the beginning, I was told that this could be worth mid six figures, so like 500,000. So I had myself believing that I would be cashing um, in the near future, and the near future just kept getting protracted and extended, and we ended up at 4 years. And the thing that really sucks is I was offered a settlement amount of $25,000, and back then we thought that that was chicken shit, so we would go for the bigger settlement, and we shot that down. So now years have gone past, and the other side has spent a lot of money on their attorney and pulling together all this information and having depositions and all this stuff. And it all turns out that it was all based on the wrong and incorrect claim. It wasn't filed in the right court. It was just done wrong. And I don't want to get into details on how it was done wrong. I do have the option of reporting this attorney to the bar association, and it could possibly get him disbarred if there's enough complaints because he's already been suspended, or it could extend his suspension. But I asked the people what that could do for me. Like they said, really nothing. It would penalize him, but it wouldn't benefit me. So I'm feeling like I don't want to get into it. I don't feel like if I filed a report against him, he'd have to answer to it. I just don't want to get into it. So so yeah, so like the plan of settling on hundreds of thousands of dollars and using that money to put down on a house um, in the next couple of years, uh, it's not that money's not going to be there. I'm going to have to save the money, and fortunately, I have a good job that pays me enough money that I can save. And my goal now is to be um, well to get a house by like summer of 2024 or maybe in 2025. That'll give me enough time to save money, and it'll give me enough time to have um, 2 years of solid work experience under my belt because they're not going to give you a mortgage. This is something I found out after being unemployed for a little while. Is if you don't have a clean employment history and you haven't been working for a couple months, a couple years, they're not going to give you that mortgage. So, and I've owned three homes. I've purchased three homes and had mortgages in my lifetime. And during all that time, I've always had a steady work history. I never had it; it never chopped up like it has been in the recent years. So, so by the time you know summer next year, I will have been working since basically like May 2020. I started at Jefferson Wells doing that audit work. Um, so summer 2022 to summer 2024. Then I'll have 2 years of work experience. Um, But also, as I'm commuting 2 days a week to Newcastle, Delaware, and I just got a speeding ticket, and uh, it's just not a good drive. It took me an hour and a half to get home yesterday, so I'm trying to live closer to the office, so I don't even have to do that 2 days a week. Um, and we're not totally happy with this house. With this, I'm renting a house in Philly in the city, and it's not the best for us for the dogs, and it's quite expensive. So we're finding houses that we could rent or apartments that will take our two dogs, and potentially cost me less in rent. And less in rent means I could save more money. So our lease here comes up in a couple months. So I might be making a move in a couple months, moving closer to the office and just working. But that's the only update I wanted to give you guys. I know if you've watched my videos for the last 4 years, you'll know that I had this like early in the early days. I was thinking about what I'm going to buy with the money. Like I was like, oh my god, I'm going to have this windfall. So I was totally misled. And in fact, when I told the new attorney what that he said this is a $500,000 case, he laughed out loud. He's like, wrongful termination lawsuits typically very rarely get into the six figures. So yeah, so there wasn't this pot of gold that I was imagining. Uh, and my first lawyer, took my money and gave me a fantasy story. And I don't know. I'm a little tough on myself that I didn't recognize that the complaint wasn't substantial, or that it wasn't filed properly. I kind of blame myself a little bit, but you got to trust these lawyers. So do your due diligence before you settle on an attorney. I mean, I thought he had good reviews too. I mean, I don't know what I could have said. Um, but yeah, that's what happened. So, uh, not the best news, but I'm still alive. I got my health, and that's about it. So thanks, guys, for watching. If you like this video, like it. And I love comments, so put comments in the comment section if you have any opinions on what my misfortune was and what I should do. So thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later.